A specific learning disorder, aka SLD, is outlined as a neurodevelopmental disorder with a biological origin that is the basis for abnormalities at a cognitive level that are associated with the behavioral signs of the disorder that persist for at least 6 months. To be diagnosed with SLD, students must have persistent difficulties learning keystone academic skills. The performance in affective skills is well below average and backed up with psychometric data. Difficulties begin during school years but may not fully manifest until later years, and difficulties experienced cannot be attributed to other factors such as intellectual disability or other disabilities. According to Levine, 2002, there are 3 major memory departments, including long-term memory, short-term memory, and active working memory, which work together to ensure a student truly understands. Short-term memory serves a number of functions, including the recoding and concentration of information, relaying information to long-term memory for future use, as well as filtering and prioritizing information at immediate hand. There are a number of functions of long-term memory which include the recognition of familiar patterns and application accordingly, providing automatization of information to create ease in the memory process, and recalling information in either a convergent recall or a divergent recall process. Active working memory is an insanely complex department of memory. In addition to providing a mind space and holding together parts of a task while engaged in it, it is also responsible for fluid reasoning, attentional controls, central executive decision-making, as well as visuospatial and phonological reasoning. When looking at working memory training programs, one must remember that all of these claims are made by a company looking to sell a product to parents, educators, and students looking to increase successes of a vulnerable population. In order to support Pearson's claims, a review of the efficacy, endurance, and transfer of skills should be completed before implementing any type of intervention, such as this. When looking at working memory training programs and its possible efficacy for students, one must consider many factors and look at each student's individual profile before implementing any type of intervention that takes such a considerable amount of time and effort. Without discounting the possible value of working memory training for students with SLD, the importance of adaptation and differentiation in the classroom is undeniable. In order to determine the adaptations that will benefit students with SLD best, a learner's profile must again be closely examined in order to assess the authenticity of instructional and assessment differentiation. The ADAPT strategy is a phenomenal tool to examine a learner's profile to determine the ways in which demands outweigh abilities. By using this tool, educators are able to focus on easily and immediately implemented accommodations and supports rather than on major time-intensive programs such as working memory training. There are a number of instruction techniques for increasing memory as well as adaptations to instruction and assessment that can be easily integrated to the classroom. These techniques, strategies, and adaptations will not only help increase the achievement of students with SLD, but will likely increase the achievement of all learners, regardless of their cognitive strengths or weaknesses.
Created using Powtoon.